naman, binigay na assignment sa atin. We've been here since 10 a.m. Ano oras no? Ano? 1 in the afternoon. I don't think we'll be able to finish this, guys. Warson, ano bang nagawa mo?
I've written a lot already. You haven't even made a mark on your paper yet.
Okay, how much have you written na ba? How about you, Don? Ano na ba nagawa mo? Patay tayo dito, tol.
Why don't we try calling Kevin? Let's ask him kung kamusta na yung sa kanila.
Sige.
Sino yan?
Si Don.
Hello?
Kevin, tapos ka na ba sa assignment sa POLIGOV?
Which one? The one about St. Augustine? Oh, last week pa. Actually, I'm with JB right now. We just went out of the com shop.
Tapos na raw sila.
No! You're done na? Hey, Warson. Ni hawa.
Oh, hawa. Teka. Since you guys are done already, can you help us with ours? Kasi kanina pa kami dito sa camp gumagawa eh.
Sure, wait. I'll put it on speaker.
Hi guys!
Oo na, hi na. Let's start na.
Taray nito ah. What do you need help with ba?
Let's start with the biography first. Tell us about St. Augustine.
O sige, ganito kasi yun.
Saint Augustine of Hippo was born on November 13, 354. He was the son of a pagan father and a Christian mother. He is known as the patron saint of brewers, printers, and theologians. His works are very well known, especially his best work, which is the City of God. At 17 years of age, Saint Augustine studied at Carthage, an ancient city in Tunisia. He studied rhetoric, the art of persuasion using the study of language. During his stay in Carthage, he left the Catholic Church to follow the Manichaean religion. In addition to this, he was influenced by other boys in Carthage to lead a hedonistic life. Hedonism is the ideology that pleasure is the center of all things. This made him, along with other sexually inexperienced boys, become pressured into seeking out sexual relations with women. Because of this, he had an affair with a young woman and had a son with her at a very young age.
So after that, what did he do with his life?
He taught grammar at Taguig, but the year after, he moved to Carthage again to conduct a school of rhetoric. He stayed there for 9 years until he had enough of the unruly behavior of the students. He moved to Rome and established another institution, but for the second time, the students were the reason he left. He is later introduced to Symmachus, who was searching for someone to become a professor of rhetoric for Milan. Milan changed St. Augustine's life, for he started to move away from Manichaeanism. Everything in his life was leading him towards Christianity, but it was the Bishop of Milan, Ambrose, who influenced him to turn back to Christianity.
So he turned back to Christianity.
A few years later, he was converted into Christianity, gave up rhetoric, quit teaching in Milan, gave up on marriage, and devoted himself to God. In the year 391, he was ordained priest in Hippo, which is a place now in Algeria. He became a famous preacher and was known to work hard in convincing people to convert to Christianity. He became a bishop until he died on August 28, 430.
So there, that's St. Augustine.
Thanks bro. Sure na ba kayo ngayon? Alam mo, mas madali kung kayo na lang pumunta dito para tulungan kami.
Actually, we're on our way na nga eh. Teka lang, tatawid lang kami ah.
Okay, next question. What's the idea espoused by the philosopher?
Augustine strived to put together a Christian philosophy of society. He tried to critique different beliefs, such as that of Plato, and stated that the scriptures alone can instruct human beings about the highest good and the highest evil, and that without this guidance, human endeavor has no purpose. He presented the 4 essential elements of his philosophy. The Church, which is divine and leads humankind to eternal goodness, which is God. the state, which adheres to the virtues of politics, and the two invisible societies that reflected them, which are the city of heaven for those who are destined for salvation, and the city of the world for those given eternal damnation. These symbolisms allowed him to elaborate his theory that These symbolisms allowed him to elaborate his theory that political aspects of society must still be centered towards the teaching of the scriptures. His ideology states that ethics and governance must be based on the divine and the human, therefore, must pursue the city of heaven to maintain a proper sense of order, which in turn leads to true peace.
So talagang about Christianity pala siya.
So wait, how did St. Augustine come up with these ideas? What events made him formulate these ideas?
During the time that Rome fell into the hands of its conqueror, pagans started to accuse that its downfall was caused by the Christian beliefs. This prompted Augustine to write his book, The City of God. In the first 10 books of St. Augustine, he proved that the pagans, who says that the Christians brought about the fall of Rome, to be wrong. He disputed the pagan religion and proved that the fall of Rome is not unusual. He stated many calamities in Rome which supported the idea that Christianity did not cause its fall. He even asked the pagans why their gods did not save them during those calamities. The following books stated that Rome survived those calamities because it was the will of the one true God. Book 11 begins the second part of the City of God, where Augustine describes the doctrine of the two cities, one earthly and one heavenly. He reveals a wide explanation of history about creation itself, followed by the disturbance of a man-made state, up to the realization of the kingdom of God.
Nag-a-apply pa rin ba siya sa political society today?
This ideology is still applicable in our present society, especially in our country, where the church has a big effect or influence over the political aspect of our society. Religion is very important in our country, and the largest populations in our country are Catholics. Since we have a democratic type of government, the government tries to mold itself to appeal the majority, which is the Catholic Church.
Ayan! Malapit na tayo matapos.
Where are you guys na ba? Bilisan nyo!
Give examples of current events wherein this idea is applicable.
There are two current issues in our society today which highly reflects that of St. Augustine's ideology. These two might be too overrated already because it is reiterated in many debates and discussions. But St. Augustine's ideology is very fitting for these issues. These two are the RH Bill and the Divorce Bill. These two issues are very good examples of current events in our society wherein the church and the government are in two opposing sides. According to St. Augustine's ideology, these bills should not be passed, for these do not comply with the teachings of God. If St. Augustine were still alive, he would tell us all to pursue the city of heaven and shun those opposing principles, for they do not practice the teachings of Christianity.
Woo! Tapos na rin, at last. Hey, asan na ba kayo? We're already done with everything here and you're still not here. Hello? Kevin? Baby? Hello? Nawala. Talaga!
Diyan na pala kayo. Thanks for your help.
Oo nga eh. If we didn't call you, we wouldn't be able to finish this.
Oy, no problem guys.
O ngayon, tapos na tayong lahat. Now what?
Every day I'm shuffling.
Step up fast and be the first girl to make me throw this cash. We get money, don't be mad, now stop. Hating is bad.